Here are today's top 10 morning news updates. Let's begin from Maharashtra, where the political temperature is quietly rising inside the Mahayuti alliance. NCP leader Sunil Tatkare has confirmed that discussions over the upcoming MLC elections are now in full swing. Amid growing speculation of internal tension, Minister Chhagan Bhujbal stepped forward to calm the storm, insisting there is absolutely no rift within the alliance. According to him, every disagreement will be resolved through talks. But the big question remains, will Mahayuti stay united when the final seat-sharing formula arrives? Now shifting from politics to cinema, and a film that revisits one of India's toughest economic phases. Actor Manoj Bajpayee opened up about his upcoming movie Governor the Silent Savior, reflecting on India's financial crisis era. Bajpayee recalled the shocking period when India had to pledge gold reserves to England and Switzerland just to stabilize the economy. His comments are already generating curiosity around the film, which appears set to revisit the dramatic reforms that transformed India's economic future. Meanwhile, in Pune, fear surrounding the infamous Quetta gang is becoming a major political issue. NCP SP MLA Rohit Pawar has raised alarm over rising crime rates, claiming gang activity has intensified to dangerous levels. According to Pawar, citizens who dare to complain are facing vandalism and violent attacks. In one horrifying incident, even a child reportedly suffered a broken hand. The opposition is now questioning whether law and order in Pune is slipping out of control. From Maharashtra to Karnataka, where politics and water disputes are both making headlines. Union Minister Pralhad Joshi said the centre remains committed to solving interstate water disputes while also pushing for tax law reforms. But Joshi didn't stop there. He launched a sharp attack on the Congress government in Karnataka, accusing it of instability and ongoing leadership confusion. His remarks come at a time when political uncertainty continues to dominate discussions in the state. Now to Kerala, where controversy continues to follow the ruling left government. CPI State Secretary Binoy Vishwam reacted strongly on multiple flashpoints, including the ED raid linked to Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan's residence, the growing Vande Mataram controversy, and CPI's demand for a stronger role inside the LDF alliance. With tensions rising both politically and ideologically, Kerala's coalition politics could be entering a turbulent phase. And speaking of Karnataka politics, the BJP has intensified its attack. Reacting to speculation around the Karnataka Chief Minister's resignation, senior BJP leader Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi mocked the Congress party, calling it a laboratory of political defeats. His remarks targeted what BJP calls the Congress party's ongoing internal family-centric experiments. The political war of words in Karnataka clearly shows no signs of slowing down. Now let's move to Haryana, where the BJP has made a historic organizational decision. Former Haryana BJP chief Mohan Lal Badoli welcomed the appointment of Dr. Archana Gupta as the new state BJP president. He highlighted that after 41 years, the party has appointed a woman to the post, calling it a landmark moment for Haryana BJP politics. Party workers are now expecting a stronger grassroots push under her leadership. Also from Haryana, Chief Minister Nayab Singh Saini has launched an ambitious vision for the state. During the Healthy Haryana, Clean Haryana, Prosperous Haryana campaign in Panchkula, the Chief Minister inaugurated health-related projects worth 100 crore rupees. Calling it a major step toward a healthier and more dignified future, Saini said the initiative reflects the government's commitment to public welfare and development. Now to a heartbreaking wildlife update from Madhya Pradesh. In Umaria, the mystery surrounding the death of a tiger has seen a major development. Post-mortem reports reveal the tiger died due to cardiorespiratory failure after prolonged poor health. Forest officials have sent samples for deeper investigation to rule out any hidden factors. The incident once again raises concerns over wildlife protection and monitoring in sensitive forest regions. And finally, a tragic weather disaster from West Bengal. Heavy rain and severe storms battered Kolkata and nearby districts, causing massive destruction. Trees were uprooted, houses collapsed, and multiple lightning incidents were reported. According to officials, 7 people have lost their lives. Compensation of 4 lakh rupees has been announced for the families of the deceased, while emergency protection measures are now being put into action. Those were your top 10 morning news updates.